future, there is a problem, and that problem is online gaming. One day soon, all of your gaming experiences will be confined to online servers, and when those servers fail, so does your gaming. You want to play the single-player campaign of a multiplayer game? You can't, servers are down. How about that game you paid for from the marketplace and you thought you downloaded on your hard drive? Nope, it's hosted on a server and it's down. Just want to manage your save files? You can't, it's down. Controller, down. Retro games, down. Bass guitar, down. Your Wii still works, but no one should have to live like that. Even your TV won't turn on without an online connection in the future. Seriously, it's like Mega Man Battle Network, but without the cool little virtual robots you get to carry around in your pocket. Anyway, the point is, the future is uncool, but you can change it. For just a nickel a day, you can help prevent online domination. Call 555-6525 to learn how to donate. Join together and let's prevent online domination. The future isn't set in stone. We can make it what we want it.
Ready? Let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Face Rockin' with Zell and Jalen.
Yeah. All right, so what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about online gaming, but not for the competitive multiplayer side. We're talking about how online gaming affects single player.
Yes, get your online off of my single player stuff.
Get your online off my single player.
Yeah, that's a new game going around. But
it basically coming from the angle, everyone's pretty much knows about the whole Area
37.
Let's say Area 51.
What? Era 37, Diablo 3, the whole debacle.
Thinking aliens for some reason.
Because of it just came out and everybody who was playing Diablo 3 starting it up ran to a lot of Era 37 messages, which was basically saying that the servers were busy and there was too much going on. Basically, the idea was too many people were logging on at once trying to play, and okay, you ran into a problem where people couldn't get on for like the first day because it was too much going on. The servers couldn't handle it. Okay, that wouldn't be a problem if it was something like maybe World of Warcraft, which is an MMO, and you know a lot of people are logging on, so you kind of can expect that. But the problem is Diablo 3 it's a single player game with multiplayer options, or whatever. But the point is, you have a single player campaign that you can do, and you don't have to play with anybody else. But when Diablo 3 came out, they decided that everything had to be constantly online. This was their way of making sure of kind of dialing back on piracy and people just using one disc and trying to share it with everyone else, that kind of thing, like that kind of thing. Their precautions so they can make their money, which is fine and everything. But I do not think that your single player campaign, whether you're on a PC or Xbox, PS3, Wii, whatever, should be infringed upon by, online. If online affects multiplayer, you have servers going down, that shouldn't affect your single player thing, I don't think.
I think because we've already accepted, we've already established that, co-op, is an online feature. So if the servers go down, we don't like it, it upsets us, but we have accepted that. But we always know that, hey, if my internet goes out, I still can play single player. I still can play the single player campaign in this game. Because let's say not everybody's playing a shooter or a multiplayer based game. There's a lot of people who like the action adventure and RPG games. So if it gets to the point to where I can't do those games without without being online, then wow, what happens if something happens like the Era 37 thing, and now I can't play my games, So I mean, that's why I think that is not a cool thing to be exclusive to that way, because that could happen.
Yeah, and you might say, well, that's not happening right now. That was just that one instance, you're just freaking out. But no, I can honestly say, I think a lot of people can agree on, things are going in that direction, because as far as developers go and publishers and companies, it's kind of a win situation for them. Because doing those types of things, making everything online, you can easily start to kind of cut back on pirating and on used games. They hate used games now because they're not making any money off of used games. Because you buy it, then you trade it back into GameStop. GameStop isn't required to give them money when they sell it again. So, they don't want to keep doing used games. So when you have something that's online and they're in control of it, then, hey, that's winning for them, but not so much for us. Imagine, I saw someone brought this opinion up, I think it was a Game Informer. Imagine you buy a game online, but it's never really hosted on your hard drives, hosted on their server. So 10 years later, you want to go back and play that game, but they shut down their server to make room for new games, and you can't play that anymore. I own Crash Bandicoot, my PlayStation, the old one. I can go back and play that as much as I want, however long I want, for many years I want, because I still own it. But if you're not actually owning anything anymore, you're just licensing the rights to play it, because technically what's going on now, if you do something like that, then it could just go away and you have no control over that. So, I mean, that's just an example, but overall, just the idea that pretty soon, single player, you're not going to be able to really do that without being online. I don't like that. My internet goes out for whatever reason. I want to still be able to play my games. And then even co-op. I want to be able to do local co-op. There are some games now where you cannot play co-op unless you have an online connection, which I don't like. I want to be able to play with my brother in my room. I don't want to say, oh, you don't co online. I'm not online. I'm right here next to him. I just want to play with him, you know. So I don't like that, you know. I don't think any game should really do that. But that's just some of the things you kind of see coming.
Of course, the gaming industry is changing. The landscape is switching. Pretty soon, we probably won't even be able to go to a game store anymore because everything will just be online. I don't want to see that. I don't like even seeing. I just recently, not recently, but when I bought Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, I opened it up. Said, "Oh, cool," you know, because I always like to open up my game case and read, you know, the instruction manual because, you know, see what kind of cool stuff is in there. I opened it up and it's like, to see the instruction manual, go to blah 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 at EA blah blah. I'm like, darn you EA! I'm like, you just took away my you know, that part when after you buy the game, you get into the car to open it up and begin reading the manual. Yeah. It's like there's no manual. I have to go on the game, pull it up. So that feels like that same thing. And of course it's changing. We can't stop them because they're going to do what they want to do. And again, we're the consumer. So if we keep giving them money, blah, 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 they're going to keep doing whatever they want to do. Yeah. So my suggestion in all this would be keep your old stuff. You know, kids don't hop out there because you want to get the next big system. So you take all your old games and all your old systems to trade in to get the new, the best new hardware. Don't do that. Keep your stuff. We still have our PlayStation, our Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo. We have a Dreamcast here. We have a bunch of the old systems. So you know, and I have Xbox, PS2. You know, Xbox 360 and PS3 and all that stuff will become retro pretty soon when the next gen stuff comes out. So keep all your stuff now that allows us to do stuff the way we want to do it. Yeah. Because, you know, if you get rid of everything, one day you're going to be locked into their system.
And when you have an option between online and offline, let's say you're saving games and they allow you to save something on the cloud storage, save it on your hard drive as well, because something happens to their storage and something gets shut down, their factory blows up, whatever, there goes all your save files. So always keep your own stuff, you know, just in case. Obviously, progress is happening. Progress is good. Change is good. But with this online thing, there's a great chance of abuse. And I think developers, publishers need to be careful not to hurt the gamers because, once again, it's about us. You know, you want to keep us happy, you know. So, okay, progress is coming, but just be careful is what I say. I think that's all we got to say on the matter. If you have opinions, comments, let us know. But otherwise, I believe that is all for today. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This has been another episode of Face Rockin' with Zell and Jalen. And I think, what's that I hear? Oh, what? Your face has just been rocked.
What are you doing?
How do you activate the 3D?
There is no 3D. What are you talking about?
Where did the batteries go?
There are no batteries. What do you think this is? These are playing cards.
Okay, then how do we start the game?
No, this is how people used to do it back in the day.
Why would anyone do this to themselves?